Hi, it's your coach Joe Lucas. Welcome to your Practice Power Daily Coaching video for Friday, September 6th. Hope you're having a great first week of the month of September. What I want to talk to you about today as we wrap up this first week is your approach, your mindset, your own standards. I talk about ideal versus is it just good enough? Now, for those of you who follow like Apple Computer and Steve Jobs, and one of the people that I admire greatly, was always his standards. Maybe a little too, methodical sometimes, right? But at the end of the day, he had very, very high standards. And what I find with a lot of people in our industry is what I call it's just good enough. My day's okay. My website's okay. We do an okay job with this, we do an okay job with that. And a lot of times the difference between really breaking out in your career, and I mean breaking out like a 20, 30, 40% difference, year over year in growth, top line growth, is not about working twice as hard or anything like that. What it really boils down to is sometimes that 5 or 10% differential. You get 5 or 10% better with your website. Hey, good enough is not good enough. You get 5 or 10% better in your referral conversation. You really work on your languaging. You work on your approach. You work on your mindset. You get 5 or 10% better in your health, your energy, right? You're at that level 10 a little bit longer each and every day. You work on that 5 or 10%, better when you do your reviews. You make sure you have a written review process, ask for introductions, additional business, whatever it is we need to do. You get 5 or 10% better in your morning ritual. You do all these things. You take 5 or 10% and you put it into your personal development. You take of your income, you put it into your personal development budget. You do a lot of these little things. And all of a sudden, you're growing at 25, 35, 40% a year, just like a lot of my clients are doing. And, if you've never met any of them, and I say this with a smile on my face, they're just great people who are very, very focused and committed to their success and to helping their clients. They're not any brighter. I don't work with all a bunch of PhDs and MBAs and, it makes my life easy. In fact, it makes my life more challenging when I have somebody like that because they're conditioned a certain way. My point to you as the end of this week comes along and you get the long weekend here is I want you to think about, do you have a just good enough mentality or are you looking for excellence? And like I said, it's not a huge gap. It's 5 or 10%. But if you look at every area of your life and business and you were committed to that, narrowing that gap, that 5 or 10%, it can transform everything you do. So I want to challenge you with that this weekend. I want you to really think about that. What are your own standards? What do you stand for? And then, have a great weekend. And then let's hit it hard on Monday as we get closer and closer to the end of 2013.